8:19, we'll take a break from our storm coverage just for a second to give you a little more news. A Cupertino public school teacher is going to court to continue teaching America's religious tradition as part of his 6th grade history curriculum. The Chronicle and Crown Force Film Matier is standing by now with the teacher's lawyer. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, and joining us is Terry Thompson, who is representing Mr. Williams, the 5th grade teacher that you alluded to. Now, Mr. Williams has found himself, he's suing actually the principal in the school district because he says that they are preventing him from teaching history, or at least the history as he sees it, and history as maybe a lot of others see it as well. For example, there's even some concern about handouts that he gave to the students, including excerpts from the Declaration of Independence. Now, this brings into the question about God and schools and classrooms. For example, in the Declaration of Independence, we have these passages that we talk about how people on earth are the separate and equal station which the laws of nature and nature's God entitled them. There's another excerpt in the Declaration of Independence, where that very famous one, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, but that they are endowed by their Creator. So God and Creator are rooted right in American history, but the question seems to be, was Mr. Williams overstepping his bounds when he constantly referred to God and made overstatements about it? That's what the gist is, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I object to your statement of constantly. He didn't constantly refer to God. We at the Alliance Defense Fund brought this case to defend the Declaration of Independence and allow it to be taught in schools. And Mr. Williams very well knows that his job is to teach, and to teach the whole truth, and not to keep things from students. For example, we were not founded by the Boston Agnostic Club. We were founded by men of deep religious faith, many of whom were Christians. And to keep this from students is absolutely outrageous.
Now, the question is, when I said constantly, perhaps I was overstating it, although there are reports from parents whose kids came home and said that he was, said he was referring to Jesus 100 times a day. Now, you think that's an overstatement? That probably is an overstatement. That's a kid talking.
Right.
Who says, all right, my question is, where do you see the line? If you believe that God is entitled into the classroom because he is part of all these documents, is there a line even in your mind where you would cross over?
Certainly, it's a very clear line regarding the Education Code and the Constitution and the Constitution of the State of California. That line is, you're allowed to, and in fact the content standards for the teaching of history in the 5th grade mandate that you teach about religion and its impact. Teach about religion, teach about Christianity. But proselytizing or having a devotional is beyond the line, and Mr. Williams is far, far, far away from that line.
This story is getting a lot of attention nationwide, isn't it?
Indeed it is.
I understand that, you know, we're going to television shows, talk radio, everybody is picking it up. Where does it go from here? You're suing in federal court. What happens?
What happens now, the school district has 20 days from when we filed, which is about 2 weeks ago, to file an answer. And they'll file that answer and respond to these allegations, which they're verified. This is a verified complaint. Mr. Williams has signed this under penalty of perjury that everything he said here is true. And
so this is not going to go away anytime soon. I'm sure that you're going to be getting a lot of calls from talk show hosts. You already are. You're going to be getting more.
Indeed. I have a new profession now, it looks like.
Well, joining us as we update this as well. All right, back to you guys in the studio.
Okay, thanks.